Welcome, my acolytes. I'm Graveseeker, and this is a reaction to YongYea entry. Escapist video team resigns as corporate greed backfires especially. I don't know why this is titled like this. I don't know this guy. I don't know what this is about except for the title. So let's look at it and let's just see what the man has to say. And by the way, if you like my content, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, press the notification button, the subscribe button, and if I ever live stream, just watch that because I actually don't know. Okay, so let's watch what? How's his name? YongYea. What Yong actually says.
When greed backfires so epically that a company basically implodes.
That's funny.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is what's happening to The Escapist. This right here is a news outlet that is especially known for its video content.
Oh, so The Escapist is a news outlet. Okay, now the title makes way more sense. Damn, we should pre-watch those.
Namely, Zero Punctuation, the review outlet Zero Punctuation that sees Yahtzee just ramble on with little to no pauses about a game. And frankly, it's a show that I've been watching since, forever ago. And it's been on for, over a decade. And all of that is coming to an end.
So wait, this is actually a show? What the F? Yeah, I'm gonna look afterwards. I don't care. So he has some personal. He's personally invested in this because he actually was a fan of those. Okay.
And seeing a rebirth because the parent company of The Escapist thought that the employees needed them more than they needed the employees. So here's what Nick Calandra.
By the way, both sides, I'm just gonna say it, both sides need each other. The employees need the employer because the employer himself or the firm, they actually had the balls to open up the firm, the idea and the money, you know how it runs. And the employer needs the employees because without them, nothing gets done. Just nothing gets done. So, symbiotic relationship, in my opinion.
A former editor-in-chief at The Escapist posted on Twitter on November 6, 2023. I was fired from The Escapist today. I've declined my severance pay and will not be signing an NDA. I'm incredibly proud of everything my team and I achieved over the last 4 years and the community that we built together. Figuring out the next steps now and moving forward. And then he elaborated further on this by stating that I was let go for not achieving goals that were never properly set out to us and lack of understanding of our audience and the team that built that audience. I've watched many colleagues let go for the same reasons, and today was my day. Basically, for the dumbest reasons, some of the most pivotal folks at The Escapist were let go, and this time it was the turn of Nick Calandra. And so beloved is Nick that the entire Escapist team, the video team, were having none of it as everyone decided to quit in solidarity and follow him into his next venture. And you can...
Fuck yeah. Acolytes, like this is how you actually do it. If you're actually done with something and you have the actual meanings of supporting yourself, then just go. It is what it is. Your life isn't worth it to actually work in a place where you're miserable. Except you're grinding. Because if you're grinding for something and you have to do something that's actually shit, life is life, sometimes you have to. But after a certain time, if you can, just go. Just do it. And if you want to do something like they did, do it together as a team. As one freaking collective team. Because the firm, they don't care about you. You are a number. No matter where you work, except maybe when it's a small family team, maybe they care about you. Okay, I'm gonna grant you that. But in most cases, if you're in a bigger one, nobody gives a fuck about you. As a human being, you can lose an arm and the day-to-day will continue without you. It is what it is. But if you want to fuck someone like that, bound together, go out and lose the firm a lot of money because of that. Then they will care. Only then.
See right here that Nick is appreciative of the team as well, saying that team is what's important, not a name. Every single person that worked with me on the Escapist is among the highest quality, and we will continue. You know me, I don't like sitting around, and we work fast. Future is bright. And then he also detailed some of the less than ideal conditions under which he was let go, stating that he wasn't even given time to say goodbye, basically was shut out of all emails and Slack and communication systems. And so he provided a new email through which he can be reached out. But the domino effect of all of this is what's severely impacting the Escapists right now, as just about everyone who worked for Nick or under Nick or with Nick have decided to follow him. Chief among them being none other than Yahtzee Croshaw, who tweeted, "Today I formally resigned from the Escapist and Gamers or Gamors." So this is the parent company right here. I think it's supposed to be Gamers, but with a U. I don't have the rights to zero punctuation, but whatever happens, you'll be hearing my voice again soon in a new place. Join this Discord for updates in the coming days. Yahtzee was pretty much the voice of zero punctuation. He was basically the beating heart of that show. He is what made zero punctuation, and with him gone, zero punctuation might as well not exist anymore, and this big facet of the Escapist is now no more. The Escapist still exists in the sense that there is still a website and stuff's being posted, but the video content that the Escapist is especially known for, that stuff, you know, they're gonna have to hire a new team, and even if they do, it's just not gonna be the same. And loyal...
Let's just say it like this, because yes, he's emotionally invested in this entire thing. Now, in my opinion, nobody is irreplaceable. You can replace everybody, no matter who it is, what he does, what it is, in what position you are. Everybody is replaceable. The only thing is, the only question in that case is, how replaceable you are and how much damage you can cause by leaving. Because that's why if you're on a lower grade job, you just need more people that quit at the same time, then you have a actual real thing that happened. On a higher position, when you're a bit harder to replace, that's a bit different. And then if you are the face of the company, because I don't know if he's the face, if the guy is actually as popular as Young says, if it's true and he's the face, they will get a gigantic hit, a really, really big FU hit. Will the site die because of it? I don't know how important he was, so I cannot say, in my opinion, how it will go down or what I predict, let's say it like that. But at the end of the day, I think the site itself still has a chance of recovering, maybe it probably won't die. If it already stands 10 years, they can replace the man and look for someone else, but they will lose a lot of money. And maybe they will learn it, maybe they learn for something for the future, that don't fuck around too much with people. Just live and let live. You have to live in a certain harmony. Like, you both need each other. Why fuck the other one over? That's just... well.
Fans and viewers are none too happy about the way Gamers has treated the Escapist video team, so they're going to decide to not tune into the Escapist anymore. Instead, follow Nick and Yahtzee to whatever the next venture might be, which I'll get to in a bit. Check out just how many people have resigned from the Escapist, retweeting Nick's tweet. And I mean, it is just an army of people who are saying, I am out, screw this, we're following Nick, we're not sticking around with a parent company that does not value its talent, its employees, and the people who make the Escapist and the company possible. Here's Stephanie Sterling, who put this situation aptly. Yahtzee's relationship to the Escapist is the epitome of you need me more than I need you. That site just scored the biggest own goal in games media by losing him, and by all accounts, they deserve the L. Good luck, Yahtzee. Not that you'll need it. This is greed backfiring on an epic level that we rarely see. This kind of reminds me of what happened with Gordon Ramsay before he started his first restaurant. So he was working at this like Michelin star establishment called Aubergine, and there were some disagreements there. So Gordon Ramsay left Aubergine. He did not own that restaurant, but he was the chef for it. But he decided, screw this, I'm going to start my own thing. and all of the staff that worked with Gordon Ramsay followed him to his next venture, Restaurant Gordon Ramsay, and now he's this massive success, and he owns his own business. And obviously, I don't have to tell you about Gordon Ramsay, but it's like that situation where the suits thought they had all the power when it's in fact the talent that makes the business possible. And if the talent decides that they've had enough, you're screwed. You can.
Yeah, by the way, as I said, I still think even Gordon Ramsay was replaceable, but it was extremely hard to replace him. And let's be honest, like Gordon Ramsay, I don't watch him. He's just too loud for me. He's annoying in my eyes. But the man grinded. The freaking man grinded, and he freaking got everything he wanted. He is on the top. And sometimes you just have to separate yourself from your job and risk something to actually get to the top. It's all possible. And Gordon Ramsay is a very talented cook and entertaining. And I may not like him, but the freaking how is it called? The numbers say he's popular. So he's popular.
See on Twitter just how many have decided to publicly announce their retirement from The Escapist. This list just keeps going and going and going and going. I could be here for quite a while talking about and reading through all of these announcements of retirement. But alas, the headlines have become that the long-running video review series Zero Punctuation is seemingly ending after its creator and multiple other journalists resigned from publication The Escapist. Here we have Paul Tassi from Forbes. It is a similar headline that reads, Zero Punctuation ends as The Escapist faces mass resignations after EIC firing, or editor-in-chief firing. The Escapist parent company didn't just shoot itself in the foot, it shot itself in the face. And this is the thing that corporations need to understand. You push employees and talent enough, and if there's enough solidarity among talent and employees where they're like, enough is enough, you are so screwed. It takes one really bad day and one really bad move on your part for employees to be like, screw this, we're tanking all this, and we're getting out of here.
Nah, I don't think so. You need a lot of bad moves, and you actually don't need... I'm gonna say it like this. I had a job where I was the head of a team. So, sometimes I'm just moody. If I'm really stressful, I'm moody. Sometimes my voice, because as normal and actually silent as I talk right now, I can, by talking a bit louder, I can actually go on a volume where most people say I'm screaming. And the volume isn't even, and I'm just talking louder. And when I'm scream, it's done. Like, the thing is, sometimes, and I did this mistake, I also was younger, I respected my workers. I went with them, I drank with them after work, I treat them like normal human beings. If they did a mistake, I always went like, yeah, okay, good, let's just finish, let's correct this. Afterwards, I'm gonna a bit slap on the wrist. Normally I slap on the wrist, or I actually scolded them. I treated them with respect. And sometimes I got moody and also didn't got shit around. And one day my boss said, yeah, you have to fire this, this, and this. And I was just like, nope. This isn't it. So we all went out. But what I want to say with it, you can, and nobody was, by the way, I actually fucked this one up. I am sorry. Because the boss said, yeah, I have to fire someone. So I just went in and said, hey, we have to fire someone. And instead of saying, yeah, okay, we're going out, they all said, yeah, that's bad, what the F. And nobody left. It was an unfair fireman just because the guy made a mistake. And it just wasn't fair, in my opinion. Yet the firm actually lost some, a few euros. It was, but it wasn't that bad. Like, we got the money in seconds, because the actual loss wasn't that bad. So instead of saying, hey, fuck it, we're going all out, after I told them, it was fine. It was an unfair fire, it was totally unfair, and still, the people in it stayed. Why? Because I was there. After I said, no, sorry guys, I cannot accept it, I'm going, everyone else went with me. It depends. The firm that does shit, you can do a lot of shit with people. You can make a lot of mistakes with people. But as soon as you're actually don't respect them, then they will just go. Then they hate you. They will go as soon as they can. But if you respect them and show them that you like them and show that they are maybe not on par because you're still their boss, but you respect them as human beings, you can give them a lot of shit. And in this case, well, they didn't respect their freaking workers. That's all. And that's why the people went. Because if they did respect them, the bosses did respect some of the workers, this wouldn't have happened. Nobody would go out. They would be like, yeah, they are in disagreement, this is shitty, but hey, it is what it is. But because they treated them respectless, they just went.
For what the future holds for Nick, for Yahtzee, and the whole group, well, they've decided to regroup and create an organization called Second Wind. This is Nick Calandra's announcement. It reads right here, I'm very excited to announce the name of our next...
Yes, this is how you do it. After a kick in the balls, in the stomach, you just continue. You get your time you need, and then just continue. Do it again. Or go out with a plan, even better.
Next adventure, Second Wind. Yahtzee and I will be live tomorrow at 11 a.m. CT to discuss our plans, where to support, and when the first videos will drop. So they're already moving pretty fast. This venture essentially sounds like they're going to retain the spirit of what this team accomplished at the Escapist, just under a new name, but with the same talent, the same group, and no doubt new ideas as well. So it should be exciting to see what they come up with.
Yeah, it should be exciting, and if they are already known, they have a good chance of having a good start, but they still need to grind. So it won't be easy. Definitively not. But if they do everything, they can do better than their old firm and get on the top.
The entire video team of the Escapist that has officially been fired or resigned and moved over to Second Wind. Like, talk about a tight-knit group that appreciate each other and each other's talent. And I get the sense that this venture is going to serve them even better than the Escapist did. I mean, sure, it is a solo venture. It is more of an independent venture now, which can be scary. But I think that the creative autonomy that they're going to have, on top of the fact that they're not going to have some corporate overlord just kind of ruining everything, ultimately, in the long term, I think it'll do them well. And you can see right here that already there's a ton of support for this venture. The YouTube channel for Second Wind surpassed 40,000 subscribers as of November 8th, 2023, 5:47 a.m. And that number has only grown further. Here's the YouTube channel in question, sitting at 53.6 thousand subscribers since it got kickstarted. And there's pretty much nothing on it right now except for this hour-long...
Damn. Okay. Freaking
long
awesome
stream where they kind of talk
By the way, visit them. If you think that that's entertaining, check them out. Visit
about
them.
What plans are for this. So things are going pretty well so far, and hopefully they can keep this going. And, you know, with Yahtzee on board, and no doubt with some kind of game review format that's going to utilize Yahtzee's very well-known style of review, that zero punctuation style, I get the sense that, you know, they're going to get back up and running, and I hope they land on their feet. And this is me, you know, kind of shouting them out and letting you folks know how to support them if that's something you're interested in. So they got a channel here, they got a Patreon, they got 2 more links here for Twitter and Twitch. So yeah, check them out. I'm very curious to see where this venture takes them, especially because of this rarity of people, talent, who are united in solidarity to fight back corporate greed or corporate shenanigans in such a way where it really highlights how powerless corporations can be when there is enough solidarity. It highlights that there is nothing more important at a company than talent and the people, and the more humanely you treat them, and, you know, the more you appreciate the talents that they bring to the table, the talents that make the business possible, the more you'll thrive.
Yeah, I half disagree. I agree with him on everything he said, but of course on the other side, you still need the corporates. A good corporate can really shoot everything up so everybody profits from it. But you need a corporate that actually has a freaking brain behind his eyes and does it in a way where everybody profits from it, not just himself. And that's the problem. That's the biggest problem about it. Because if everybody works in a team, that's nothing that can stop it. You still need rules, by the way, because there will be people that want to scam you anyway. So even in the job itself, times change, people change. Sometimes you just actually need to watch out for each other and cut the cancer out as soon as it comes up. Cut the toxicity out. Even if it's a corporate, just cut him out. If it's a worker, cut him out. If it's a talent, cut him out.
And, if you take that for granted, you might just fuck yourself over. So that's kind of where things are sitting at right now. This is just one of those really unusual and kind of unprecedented situations that I felt was worth talking about. Obviously, it sucks that things had to play out this way, and yet there is this bright future ahead for these folks who are now kind of doing their own thing. And, people who just stood up to this corporation and said, no, you have no power over us. Screw you. And kind of disheveled their video division in a way that it looks like they deserve based on how they treated their employees. So good on Nick and Yahtzee and the whole crew. Hopefully, I wish them well. I wish all of the most amazing successes for their channel, and I'll certainly be tuning in to check out some of their content. And this is kind of a really interesting situation with what I'd like to think is ultimately a sort of a wholesome ending. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's kind of everything you need to know about what's going on with this whole Escapist situation. And
okay, good. That's all for him. Yeah, and he's right in the most for the most points, and he seems to be quite an intelligent man that actually informs himself and does a good job of handing out the information as it is. I like it. I'm probably gonna just watch him way more often. Yep. But the glitter here. Okay. But as it is, acolytes, this was from YongYea. Yeah, he has 1.23 million subs. The video, yeah, you probably already seen it, but if you didn't, watch my video, of course. And then watch his. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. This is a good video. I think I'm gonna respectively watch him more in my free time. But good night, acolytes.